This is ANN News Brief.
Good afternoon. I am Lucy Adeyemi. The Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, PTF, says Nigeria has received 100,000 doses of Covishield vaccine donation from India. The Covishield vaccine is the AstraZeneca vaccine produced by Serum Institute of India. Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, announced 58 new COVID-19 cases on Tuesday, bringing the total infections in the country to 163,388. More than 153,000 patients have been discharged and 2,058 deaths recorded. NCDC figures show 7,700 active cases across the country. PTF says more vaccines are expected from the African Union's Vaccine Acquisition Task Team after the 3.92 million doses received in early March. Frontline medical personnel, strategic leadership, and those above the age of 50 years across the nation are being prioritized. More than 964,000 persons in Nigeria have received the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. On Tuesday, Minister of State for Health, Olorunimbe Momora, has said during PTF media briefing that the nation may begin rationing jabs because the government could not guarantee when the next batch of vaccines would arrive in the country. He said the plan is necessary to fully vaccinate people so as to enable those who had received their first dose to be able to complete their vaccination. Meanwhile, as the world marks World Health Day, the World Health Organization, WHO, has urged countries to build a fairer, healthier world post-COVID-19 by investing in primary health care and prioritizing health and social protection. Medical authorities are warning HIV-positive mothers in Kenya as the country suffers drug supply shortages. Health officials are raising the alarm that mother-to-child transmissions are on the rise. HIV-positive mothers are being advised not to breastfeed their children until they receive the necessary medication. Two important drugs, one used to suppress viral load and boost immunity, and the other used to prevent mother-to-child transmission, are reported to be completely out of stock. Kenya Ministry of Health said at least last year, at least 6,800 babies were born with HIV because their mothers did not take medication properly during pregnancy and after birth. Report shows 1.5 million Kenyans live with HIV and AIDS and are being affected as public hospitals are now having to ration out dwindling supplies. The drug shortage was due to a tax exemption on HIV drugs donation standoff after U.S. Development Agency, USAID, declined to import the drugs through the Kenyan Medical Supplies Authority, KEMSA, citing corruption and mismanagement of the drugs. USAID opted to use a private company for importation and country-level distribution. Well, Kenya says it has now resolved the issues that had been in the middle of the stalemate for 3 months, causing a shortage in drugs. The Finance Ministry said the exemption to the U.S. Development Agency's donation was made after the Health Ministry said millions of Kenyans who depend on the antiretroviral drugs were affected. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Tanzania new President Samia Suluhu Hassan has signaled a change of stance on COVID-19 that will potentially allow major changes in the country's response to the coronavirus pandemic. President Samia Suluhu Hassan said on Tuesday she would name a committee of experts to advise her government professionally on antivirus measures. Tanzanian authorities last released data on COVID-19 almost a year ago, with data then showing that the nation had 509 cases. Late former President John Magufuli had declared that the East African country had no COVID-19. Tanzania did not require people to wear masks or practice social distancing. There were also no restrictions on gatherings or movements. No COVID-19 vaccine have arrived in the country to date. Meanwhile, the United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR, said on Tuesday its teams have received worrying reports that Tanzania has rejected more than 1,000 persons seeking refuge from an Islamic State-claimed attack on a town in northern Mozambique. That is ANN News Brief at 1. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Ademi.